So, mm, I think it's worth mentioning that we have completed 8 days. And so, a big congratulations to all of you for taking this journey. This is the sign of a true Brahmin, to really get interested in getting rid of bondages, what creates bondages, why do we have these expectations, and taking steps in that direction. This is the sign of a true Brahmin. So we have that certificate that is guaranteed that we are all in the Brahmin phase, and that to true Brahmin. But the quality of this phase will determine the quality of the deity phase. So the more time and interest we have in undoing these bondages, the identities with this role, with this, this character that is going on. So the more we undo these identifications and bondages, it gives us a very clear, because right now we experience peace, love, bliss. So even if one head of Ravan is removed, no, there will be a river of joy flowing, and we experience it right now. So a Brahmin soul, a soul who is in that phase of undoing all these bondages, they have a higher quality of life. They will approach, different scenes with a very high perspective, and hence their experience is higher quality. Outside, we cannot say much, what's happening. We cannot say who is in which phase based on outside things, but internal. You know, Soul is wherever the experience is. So we are all souls, but what am I experiencing right now? That is who I am. That is the identity that I'm living with. So we are all silent, peaceful, blissful beings. But am I experiencing that? And the experience makes the whole difference. That is when the game changes. And so we have, on a day-to-day basis, we know how Maya is constantly pro ego. So there are two teams. One is this image that I carry of myself. I am Ananya, and so no one has the fear of death. No one has the fear of death. There is only fear of this image dying. No, because completely we are invested. My value, my worth, my self-esteem is completely, depending on this image of, this is who I am. I am this Peter, and I'm so good, and I do this, and so if others are not seeing me this way, if they have a different opinion, then that is where there is panic and anxiety and this urge to control, because heavily dependent on this image, the idea that I have of myself. And so it's not about death of the physical body, but it is about the death of this image that I carry, that I'm a mother, I'm a father, I'm this, I'm that. And some time ago, someone was sharing that, I heard it somewhere, that there was this lady and she used to live with her mother, and she had a good relationship with her mother, and her mother suddenly passed away. And so she was completely, shattered, completely, in depression and a very low, quality of life. And she was, all the time, she was crying and all of that. And at work, she was a manager. She was leading a team of, 25 people. And so she shared that whenever I go to work, I don't feel like crying, and I don't have any sorrow. I don't miss my mother when I'm at work. It's all okay. But as soon as I enter the house and I start cooking food, and that is where it hits me, and then again I just start crying, and there's just so much pain. And she said, next day again I go to work, everything is okay, but then I come back home and the same pain just hits me. And so can you guess what is happening here? As soon as she's in home, she's in her house, she's shattered. But then she goes back to work, she's all okay. She's, 8 hours. She says, I don't even know how these 8 hours pass. I'm just normal. So what actually happens here?
When she's at work, she's in prominently in the other role,
In the other
experiencing
role.
that other role where
Yes,
she experiences the daughter role when she's at home.
yes, yes. And so, constantly we can see that identities are ruling our mind. Some our time, our thoughts, everything is ruled by identities, ego. And so, stepping out of the house, another ego takes place. I'm a manager, and so she gets interested in projects and this and that, talking to people. Coming back to home again, this identity of I'm a daughter, that is hit. So the crying, you know, the crying is not necessarily because mother is gone, but the crying is because daughter is gone. I have an attachment with I am a daughter, not I am a daughter of someone, but my attachment is with I am a daughter. And so when mother is gone, this identity is also gone. And so the entire pain and sorrow is 100% because of my attachment with my own role. No? And so it's very clear statement that all our pain and sorrow is because of my attachment with my own role, no matter how it appears on the surface. That they said this, that's why I'm unhappy. They did this, that's why I'm unhappy. They passed away, they are in suffering, that's why I am unhappy. But in reality, 100% of pain that I experience, it's because of my attachment with my own role. And so that happens with everyone. So if we just free ourselves internally, emotionally, then it's a great life, because we know the show goes on. We know that things never come to a stop. The world keeps working, and as soon as we start entertaining these ideas that change is constant and things are always unpredictable, it just makes us very light. It sparks this wisdom inside, and once you are wise, then you approach everything in a different way. So our way of approaching everything and everyone, every relationship absolutely changes. So we have this very good option. We have this opportunity actually to strengthen our Brahmin phase. And so the question for all of us is, how can I make this Brahmin phase, this life of a Brahmin, strong? How do I make it powerful? What can I do in my 24-hour routine that nourishes this Brahmin phase? No, because everything else is happening, Shudra and demon, that is being fed, somehow that keeps happening. But what can I do consciously to feed this, Brahmin side of me? So the wise, the knowledgeable side. So we will come into some experience just for a few minutes. In these few minutes, we completely allow the invisible prince to fully become conscious. Invisible prince to wake up 100%. And it is as if we are coming out of a dream. In these seconds, this invisible prince has awakened, and he is completely out of the dream. Once you wake up, you realize you cannot take anything from the dream world to your world. In the dream world, there can be war, there can be bloodshed, some natural calamity, some breakup and achievements, lot of gold. But as soon as you wake up, you realize everything of the dream is over, as if it was never there. It seemed so real when we are sleeping. But the prince wakes up and he's in his unlimited sky. And this is not just the sky, but this is the home. This is an extremely sweet, sweet home because there is no danger, there is no harm whatsoever. The environment, the atmosphere, very friendly. And all the invisible prints are present here in the image of dots, tiny dots. And this is a beautiful family, family of masters, family of invisible prince. The only difference is not everyone has realized their potential. But right now, in these minutes, we are living that potential. And there is another tiny dot, and this is a very radiant being, a very welcoming light. And this is the Supreme Being, the ocean of love. And this ocean of love is inviting you. This is the mother of all the souls. And this is a meeting after a very long time of being away, being lost. And now the traveler comes back to his home in the arms of his mother, the ocean of love, this being of compassion and divinity. He loves you for you. He values you for you. And so, this entire family of angels is equal to God. This is extraordinary. This entire dimension is a world of disbelief. You can't believe that such a place, such personalities can exist. The extraordinary, the clean heart and the clean minds, extraordinary. It's almost Unbelievable. Such is the beauty of each one and the beauty of myself. And so now, when this invisible prince comes back in the dream world, is very aware that he owns nothing of the role. Role is separate. None of the qualities or characteristics of the role is his. He cannot own, he cannot claim. He's absolutely free. Role goes on, role continues, and the soul has awakened. Absolutely safe and secured. Shanti, thank you. So we will again look at the whiteboard, and just like we saw yesterday, that no one can keep falling forever. We will now look at we looked at the internal phases and what happens internally, how we create bondage and to this story world, and we forget that this is a theater, this is a drama. And so bondages after bondages, and there's internally downfall. And similarly, when we are falling, internally, the souls are falling down. What happens is it has an impact on the world. It has an impact on what happens outside as well. And so we will look at the different seasons that just like we have different seasons in a year, in 12 months, and we have different phases of the day as well. Similarly, we have different phases of the outer world. So on this world stage, different plots. So we are watching a movie. When the performance starts, it is very, very nice. All the actors are in their perfection. And so the performance, the plots are also perfect. There is no ego, there is no anger, there is no trace of Maya, Ravan, no ego. And when this all the actors are conscious, so this is the and so we are coming down. So there is an entry and exit. And when these stars first come on this stage, then they are all awake, and they know that they have come from their home, and they have roles, different roles of king and queen and family. All of that is there. They have a lot of gold and wealth, lot of things. But because internally they are awake, they have everything outside, but zero attachment, zero bondage. And that is why they are all like deities. They are all like devtas. And so this world is called golden age. It's called the age of truth. It is also called Satyug because it's the age of truth. Everyone is in their truth. Yeah, so every soul knows that it is a guest here, and this is not their world. They are just guests here. And with that mindset and with that mentality, they have everything perfect outside. There are no problems in any relationship, there are no health problems, there are no financial problems. And this is how nature works. If your internal position is clear, If you are in truth internally, then you will have everything outside. Yeah? There is no lack on an outer level. Hmm? And so this is like the morning of this is like the morning time of this, this entire world. Then as souls, they are playing their roles, but now little bit, they are forgetting. There's little bit amnesia, forgetfulness, and they are looking at themselves every day in the morning, and they are playing the role of mother, father, and king, queen, all of that. And so there's slight attachment to the role or this body, slight attachments, by forgetting that I am, I'm just a guest here. Slight attachments, they start forming. And this is called the Silver Age. And so even the world outside, there is some, limitations and lack, that some division, something starts, body consciousness starts to, ego starts to, take over in a very slow process. We can't say that there are heavy bondages, but very just slightly, something starts to change. And so Silver Age is like the Treta Yuga. Yeah. And this is like afternoon of the of this entire world cycle. And so as the souls internally they are falling down, there is an impact outside as well. Yeah. And what happens is that if let's say that we have many souls here in Golden Age, like let's say there are 9 lakh souls here. So all the 9 lakh souls, they are 100% awake, and they know that, they are just here as a guest. And then they have slight attachments, and they come into this silver age. Their internal phase of the soul becomes like a warrior, from a deity to a warrior. And so they internally, there is a change. But new souls that are coming in Silver Age, they are still 100% clean. So let's say that maximum souls in Silver Age, they have some attachments, but the new souls that are coming, they don't have any attachment. They are absolutely clean, pure. But because maximum souls around them, they have some attachments, it becomes easier for them to fall down. No? So the souls in Golden Age, they may have taken 2000, sorry, 1000, 250 years. No, they may have taken this much time to create one or two attachments. But here, because now most of them have created attachments, someone who has just arrived, even in 100 years, they can create some attachments. It just becomes easy. Because the gravity, the force, the opposite force, it becomes strong. So it becomes easy to slip, slip in the other side. And the next is the Copper Age. So silver to silver to copper, there is there is a big shift. So from some identities, there is like huge, it is like, all the souls, they go into this forgetfulness, and there is a big shift that happens internally. And this is like the evening. So, how we see that from afternoon to evening, it's very quick. It's a quick jump. And this is like the evening of the world, and also the souls. Now, their value, because they are creating attachments. So, from being gold, now the internal value, value of the souls is like copper. Not very valuable, because all of their worth and identity and self-esteem is based on outside. And so this is where in the Copper Age, most souls are, becoming merchants. They are jumping towards merchant phase, and they're looking for comfort, and they're looking for, more and more at the physical level. This is where it starts, the different phases. As outside is changing, inside, phases are also shifting. And then this is the night, obviously. And night is like the Iron Age, and it's called the, Dark Age, Kali Yuga. Yeah, so these are the words they used for Iron Age. And here souls are, new souls are coming, slowly they keep coming. That's why in last 100 years, the population 100 years ago, what is the population right now? 7-8 billion. Yeah, 7-8 billion. And just 100 years ago, the population of the entire world was 2 billion. So in 100 years, 6 billion souls have come. No? Three times. 6 billion souls have come in just last 100 years. Before that, and that is why, um, for 600 crore, 6 billion souls, it is like their first or second birth. Not much. And that is why, certain ideas become popular with time, like idea of, no reincarnation, you just have one life. It becomes popular because most souls are in that experience. So in last 100 years, maximum souls, it's their first birth. And so they can't believe reincarnation because it's their first birth. So we see with time, different ideas become popular just because majority are saying it. And because majority are saying it doesn't make it true, because majority have, started their journey at a different level. Any Shakti? Mhm. So right now, only India's population is 2 billion. From the world, only India's population is 2 billion. Rest. So, Iron Age, new souls come and they don't have any bondages, they don't have any attachments, absolutely clean, 100% charged they come. But because majority is flowing in a different direction, it's a very easy fall. It's a very easy fall from deity to just slip into, demon phase. And this is the current world, this is the current reality. Night, dark night. And even during the day, the souls are, sleeping. Even we can't say that it is day because the third eye is closed. The third divine intellect is not being used. And that is why, what do you experience at night? If there is a jungle and you are asked to go for a walk at night, 12 p.m., what are the emotions? Why do people avoid going outside at night? All the crimes, all these things happen at night. All the bad things happen at night. There is fear, there is more, you're unsafe, you're not very safe, all these things. And so this is why this age is Iron Age, because it doesn't matter if it's day or night, all the souls are in these experiences. Fear, not feeling safe, you know, even at the level of karma, it's all, happening during the day, at night, all the time. And so hence it is the night of the world. So in Golden Age, you expect Golden Aged plots. So Golden Age, no ego, so you expect those sort of situations. Iron Age, lot of ego, lot of, Ravan, Maya is there. And so plots are also like that. We can't say we want Golden Age here. We will have plots of politics and, sorrow and some heavy tragedy scenes, tragic situations happening. And this is because that is the time. That is just how the time is. And so similar plots of similar energies, they come on the stage. Similar situations, they will unfold. But the more we change our positioning inside, we become deserving of different situations. So right now, the situations we are in, we deserve those situations. the relationships, the situations. We deserve that at spiritual level. And the more we wake up and the more we start flying, then situations change. You deserve, you become deserving of different situations. So if I am moving from this demonic phase to Brahmin phase, I cannot have demonic sort of plots around me. No, I will not. Even if that happens, I'll just give an example. There was a sister who goes to one of the centers in UK. She goes to Cambridge, and there is a morning class at the center, and she takes her cycle. She takes her bike, and so every day she goes to the center and then she comes back with that cycle. One day, what happened? Somebody stole her cycle. Somebody stole it. And so she was okay. She didn't make a big fuss about it. She just went and reported. There was a police station nearby. And so she just filed the report and she carried on with her life. And she started coming by walking, or someone would drop her. But it was the least of her concern, because she's practicing that I am a guest, and she's undoing all the bondages. And so it is fine. Things happen, it's fine. So after 6 days or 7 days, after a week's time, the police, they found her cycle and they got it back for her. And so she said that, there were two things in her cycle that were very bad condition, in very bad condition. The seat was very old and it was in a very horrible condition, and the bell, that bell was quite rusted. And so the one who stole it, they changed both things, and then she got the cycle back. And when we are in a different phase internally, then even bad situations, they will always end up in a different way, because we are not deserving to have tragedy. We are not deserving to have. If I am not in a position to invite pain, I cannot get pain. No, what it means, I am getting rid of attachments. And so now I don't need painful situations. So her cycle got lost, even that was okay for her. It got back and upgraded. So she didn't have to spend any money. And really, the more we are in these sort of, internally we are shifting, we are not, we will get situations that we deserve. So someone in the Brahmin phase will get situations that they deserve. Someone going towards deity phase, they will get the situations that they deserve. Someone in Shudra phase, you get situations that you deserve. So based on the positioning. Yeah. And that is why, things happen outside and we feel this is unfair and not right and all. But the drama is very fair for everyone. There is no, we feel, we have to do a march and lot of injustice, but somewhere we don't know, it is all justified. It's a grand justice happening for all. So this is the Iron Age, and night and morning and afternoon, the whole cycle. Now, what do you think happens next? What is next? Morning.
Supposed to.
Yeah. Yeah. So next thing is obviously, yeah, anyone, we can ask them. This is like common sense. This After night, there is morning. So just like we had a you know a bit of confluence here, a big shift here from afternoon to evening, like a quick jump. And suddenly there are, like, from operating on the energy of courage to comfort. It's a very big shift, big downfall. And so here, now we are talking about, in every phase, every time we see, we are just falling down. Yeah. It's like just falling down. And now this is not further falling down, it's a big shift, night to morning. No, this is like a big shift. And so the time is very short, just like in our 24-hour cycle, the time between night and morning, it's a very short time. We have different names for that time. It's called the brahmamurat, the dawn, yeah, dawn. And so similarly, this is the dawn of the cycle. And in a 24-hour cycle also, people believe that if you wake up at that time and you do, you remember God and you meditate, then it has an impact on your entire day. Yeah. Similarly, this is the time of dawn, and those who wake up at this time, their entire cycle, entire journey is impacted. And so in Africa, they say that no one is born great. No? Great people are created when everyone else is sleeping. No one is born great. But when everyone else is sleeping, you do something extra. And so right now, all the souls are sleeping. It doesn't matter if they're walking and they are taking a meeting, but internally they're sleeping. Divine intellect is not used. And so the ones who wake up at this time, waking up means becoming clear of the big picture. Yeah, becoming clear that yes, this is a drama, but there's a world outside drama as well, and that is the real world. That is where we have come from. And this will, start and end, but that is not ending. That is the real, that is the truth. And so coming into this world with that experience. So this is the time of awakening. It is the time to, wake up. Just like, in temples, they say that they even in different religions in the morning there are prayers like someone will say something on the speaker. In different religions they all do it, some bells or you say something. And so why is it done? To wake up. So in the morning, right in the morning, like before the sun has come out, you wake up everyone. You wake up everyone. And even in temples, when they go, they touch these bells so that the deities, they wake up. And here, actually, all the souls, the deities are sleeping. And so that's why you need a bell to wake up. And in this example, bell is pain. You know, there is like signs of pain, some bell to wake up. Every time there is an emotional pain, it is a sign to wake up. And if we ignore that pain, it comes bigger in bigger quantity. It will come at a national level, it will come at an international level, global. In your company everyone is going through something. And so these are bells to wake up the divine angel. But we don't need the bells. We can wake up without the bells if we just decide to wake up. And so for us, it is not the ones who choose to wake up. For them, it is not Iron Age anymore. They will not deserve to get Iron Age plots. But now they are in the fifth age, which is the age of awakening. Yeah. And it is the time between night and day, so the time of dawn. Before the sun has come out, before morning. This is a very nice time, Brahma Muhurat, of the cycle. And it's a very short-lived period. And this is where Brahmins wake up. They will start undoing. Why? Because this is also the time when everyone returns to their home. Yeah. So all the souls come at their entry is at different times. Every soul, every actor will come at a different time. Their entry is different. But exit for the time to go home is the same for all the actors. Once the play is over, once this entire play is over, all the souls go back home. And so after this age of awakening, it is also the time that all the souls return to their home. And once golden age starts, slowly, the souls who are meant to be there, they start coming and, the play starts. But this is the time to go home. And before, you go home, the rule is that the way you came to this stage, in that same manner you will come back. So how did we come to this stage? Absolutely clean. you know no ego, no bondages, 100% clean. And so when we have to go back home, it has to be in the same stage. We can't go back to our home dirty, with any ego. And so that is why in this Iron Age, this time of age of awakening and Iron Age, there is lot of external shift that happens. There is a lot of unpleasant scenes also that happen. Why? Because ego has to be removed. All the souls have to become egoless, and then they have to go back home. So we came clean and we go back clean. And there are two options to be clean. One is through wisdom, or the other one is through pain. And wisdom and pain will keep coming till all the souls are clean and they go back home. So this is the time of awakening. This is the time of settling as well. In every religion, there is a mention of this time, somehow, either Mahabharat or the Judgment Day, or in Islam, what is it said? The Qayamat, the time of Qayamat, settlement. So because languages are different, religions are different, but the message is the same, that there is a time of major settlement before we all go back home. And so as you wake up, your settlement is through love, is through with acceptance. But if I'm not waking up, settlement is by force, you know. So when settlement is by force, imagine someone has taken your money and they don't want to return. So you have to force them into giving back the money. So it's a very painful journey for them. When you're snatching money from their hand, then it's painful. But if you just settle, whatever there has to, then it's with acceptance. But the main thing is that all the actors have to return to their home. So I can sense some questions and some comments here. Yeah, sure. And so this is the land of Nirvana. Yeah.
Sorry, the actors who you said who comes new, they also have to,
They also have to go. They also have to go in a, yeah, everyone has to go. But even the actors who are, new, they also, in a very short time, they create so many attachments.
So means they will not be in any of the other ages. They will only be in the Iron Age, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that is, yeah. So we will, from online, are there any questions?
Why it is easy for them to fall only when there are 6 billion new souls and only 2 billions are in attachment?
Yeah, it is not, dependent on quantity of souls. It is about the force. If there are only 2 billion souls and all of them are running in a different direction, then it's not about less number and higher number. It's about all of them are doing the same thing. If you come out of a train and you see that is where the exit is, but all the people come out of the train and they are going in this direction. Will you go this way? All the people, not even one person. And you can see the exit is right there, but everyone, 5,000 people are running in this direction. And that is how sometimes we tell each other, if you where to go, let's just see where everyone else is going. Yeah, so they must be going. So everyone else is going in a direction of attachments and more protecting the image, and making this image beautiful and all that. And so that is how new souls come and they do the same thing. Yeah. So what is the plan for this time that we have? Are you in the awakening age of awakening? Yeah.
Hopefully.
Hoping. Yeah. And so the way we wake up, is by coming into the experience of home. And so wherever we have to go next, that is somehow we have to be prepared. If we are shifting a house, then we naturally think more about the house that we are going to shift. And so it's the same thing. There is a book written, and I have forgotten the name of the book. I think it's The Last Century or something. And in that book, the author talks about a train that is on its track, and the one who is driving the train driver, he notices that there are further no tracks, and so the entire train is going to fall off a cliff. And so he can see what's happening, and so he comes back to this his compartment, and he's trying to tell everyone that we are all going to fall off a cliff, so let's come out of the train. But in that train, there is a party that is going on. And so loud music and drinks and lot of cakes and lot of chocolate, and everyone is just having a good time. And so he is really, shouting at the top of his lungs that, jump out, it's just going to fall off and we are all going to, die. So just jump out of the train. But, the party continues. And anyways, it's a different ending. But a very similar thing is happening here. You know? The world that we are endlessly and mindlessly creating attachments with, it will just finish like this. It will just end like this. Today we are sitting here. It can take a second for something to happen in the world, through a war to be declared or anything. It just these things, you never plan these things, you never expect these things, but just in a second, things can change. That is the nature of how a change happens. It just in a second, the most unimaginable things can happen. And endlessly, if someone is completely invested and is into going into my, and just imagine it's taken away like that. That is why, this is a time where we have to see, are we going to be, because the party is also quite loud and it's very evident and it's very attractive. Yeah. And it's going to become more and more attractive, just like how Ravan's world, the Shokvatika, it's made of gold. No, it was not made of anything else, but Shokvatika was completely of gold. So it means to say that it's very attractive. Hmm? Even in Christianity, when they talk about Adam and Eve taking that apple, it was very attractive. They had a good life, but what made them take that apple? Because it's very attractive. And but the seriousness is also, as the urgency is also very evident that it's just going to end. So the sooner we wrap up our attachments, it can go away right now or it can go away in another 5 minutes. It doesn't matter. For me, it won't matter. If you have lot of pencils at your home, lot of pens at your home, and I give you a pen. You haven't asked for it, but I give you a pen that I'm in a good mood and I want to give you this pen, but just for 5 hours. I'll give you, in school how kids talk to each other. This is I'm giving you this, but for 5 hours. And you don't even want it, but your friend has given it to you, so that's okay. But in 4 hours and 47 minutes, I ask you to return the pen. No, will it be a problem? You already have a pencil case, you have a lot of pens inside it, and 4 hours, 47 minutes, I say, give me the pen back. It's not a problem. I wasn't even looking for it in the first place. It was just handed over to me. And so you take it away, before time, doesn't matter. So same attitude, all the souls are very happy in their home. Yeah, they are present in their home and they come down just to have a different experience. Just to have a different experience. And that experience is not necessarily, um, we are not, dependent on that experience. It happens, but it can get over, it can finish. But nothing is disturbed in my world. I already have a lot of chocolates and all of what I need, I already have that. But this is an extra experience. So, a very nice language to use internally, whatever the name of, the body is, and to just tell this entire experience of Shakti, of Ananya, this is an extra thing for me. No, this is an extra gift for me. I already have love, I already have peace. This is an extra. This is not a medium to experience love. I don't want love through it. I already have it. But this is an extra thing. It can go away before planned, but that's okay. So that's the sort of mindset. Some people, it wasn't asked in this group, but some people say, we are so happy in our home. Why do we come here? Why? Now that I say that, that question will come. Why do we come here? Yeah. And it's the same as these questions. It's not about, we don't come here to achieve or do anything. It's just about staying in the truth. This whole experience is a journey where we move away from our truth. And when you move away from your truth, that's when you realize the value of your truth. You know, if I am a king and I'm always a king, then it's okay. But then I am a king, then I become, bankrupt, and then again I become a king. Then I value who I am more. We obviously we value. So this entire journey of coming down here, playing different roles, it makes you appreciate truth more. It makes you appreciate God. It makes you appreciate yourself, the power, the beauty of our own self. It makes us appreciate it more. Otherwise, there is no appreciation. So just like, kids, sometimes they are in their homes and they see that, on the ground in a park, kids are playing. And, they will tell their parents, I'm going there to play. They go there, play for 1 hour, after 1 hour, they're still playing, feeling hungry, getting thirsty, but they still play. And, some sort of cheating and fighting starts in the game, and some other team is winning and they are losing, and after 3 hours they're completely exhausted. The kids will decide amongst each other, this is such a bad game, I will never play, I will never come and play this game. And you know so such cheating is happening, this and that. And what happens? They go back home, they tell their parents, I'm never going to go and play with him, he's such a cheater. What happens next day? Next day, what happens? Do they sit? Yeah. Again, even with siblings, that's why our parents used to say it's not worth, interfering in a siblings fight, because so strongly, the siblings will decide, I don't want to talk to him, I don't want to talk to her, and parents will come and take a decision. After 3 hours, they're again sitting together, they're again playing, or again some sort of thing has started. So that is how our just when we come down, and the minute we start losing, coming further from our truth, what happens is we start becoming thirsty, we start looking for things outside. There is more cheating, there's more desperation around, because you're not getting your home, you're not getting your food. And so you start missing your home, you want to, you see the time, I want to go back. And as soon as you get all of what you needed, again you are ready to play. So this whole thing, it's like a play. No, this whole thing is a PlayStation. How how are you winning this, game? So is the ego winning or the truth winning? So we are all beings of light, and then we come in the play to retain that I am this. No? And that is where the whole game comes in, because Maya is also there, Ravan is also there, and then your truth is also there. And so this game happens internally, and the one who wins the game, they you know they are masters of the sky as well, and they also become masters of the world. No, they cannot be deprived of anything even here. So they are true masters. No, they are like conquerors. So you conquer this false ego, this false identities. You know? And so that is the whole game. Yeah. So all the souls are, eternally they are lucky. They always have this lottery. And so completely free. Imagine that nothing of this experience, of this name, whatever the name is, Peter, Harry, I am completely separate from this. The Peter has two eyes and one nose and two ears, and I am completely separate in every aspect. How we look, how our personalities are, everything is 100% different. And to experience that I am this, I'm this, and I'm just visiting this place, just a visitor here. And while I'm visiting this place, this game goes on, I am this, I am that, and whole thing starts. But to win this game, that I am still outside. you know. So the word that is used is how to do all of this. It's detached observer. Detached observer. So a spiritual being, a Brahmin, he'll detach himself and observe, what's happening. And how to take decisions and how to be ambitious and how to have visions. Once we are detached, our mind is more hopeful, our mind is more energized, the mind is more optimistic. And so with detachment, we can be ambitious, we can lose at something as well and still have that vision, and we still are enthusiastic, we still are thriving for it. So it can only happen once I'm detached, and I observe. So even this role that is going on, we can observe this role, observing this. So detached and then we observe. Our role is to just observe that, today Shakti is going here and she has a meeting and she has to go somewhere internally. So using this sort of, internal dialogue. Another practice that we can do is, just again and again, coming to our home. So this is the this world is like, there are many laws here, laws of nature, laws of, gravity, and all sorts of laws. And so someone says this is the world of in-laws. And so who enjoys more with in-laws? So this is the world of in-laws, and this is the home. Yeah. So once you are with in-laws, you can't leave them. Yeah. But you can keep calling your home and you can keep in touch. So yeah, the whole thing is about keeping in touch. And the ones who keep in touch with their home and their family and their parent, they naturally win the in-laws. They will win. In the world, it happens opposite. If you keep a lot of touch with your home, then in-laws get upset. But here it's opposite. So here in-laws become very happy. All the laws, you are following all the laws. If you are connected to your home and who you are, then laws are, supporting in your favor. So yeah, online, any comments, any questions that have come?
Yeah, just one other question. Approximately how much time do we have to get out of the attachments?
Time to get out of attachments, it's on our hand. It's in our hand. No, it's not in the hands of um, like outside, it's in our hand, because attachment is created in 1 second, and I can decide to um, you know consciously I can decide to get rid of an attachment in a second. But it's just that we don't, Maya, postpones taking that one decision. So it's a game of 1 second. But we will tomorrow's session, it will be more on this age of awakening and some secrets here, some secrets of this age of awakening. We will look at some final secrets. So, yeah. Any other question?
So sometimes we get detached, but then again we go into it.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
keep shifting.
Keep shifting.
Mm.
Yeah. That is the thing, coming again, coming
Mm.
again. So not getting, every time we are in this detached observer, mindset, it is worth, congratulating ourselves. You know? So very happily, congratulate yourself that wonderful. Even if I could do it for 2 minutes, I could let go of something, because Maya is constantly noting down all the failures, and we are not noting down any good thing. We are ourselves, we get into what Maya is telling us: you did this, you failed at this, and last time also people were criticizing you, and all of that. So we have to consciously create in our mind a diary, or even a physical diary, that I did it for 5 minutes, I did it for half an hour, in this situation I would have reacted this way, but today I didn't, get angry with the mother-in-law. I was happy. So, yeah. Any other questions online?
There is one question, but I think you already answered. Guest consciousness is helping, but it doesn't stay longer.
Yeah. If it stayed longer, then, we won't be having this conversation. If it stayed longer, then we have conquered Maya. But the whole journey of being in a Brahmin is that you have not conquered Maya, but you are making efforts in that direction. So making efforts is important in that direction. Rest, yeah, game continues. So let's just again create 1 minute. No, 1 minute. Just internally being very aware that this is a play that is going on. What happened in the morning, what happened yesterday or a week ago, it was all on the stage. There's all a play, performance going on. Nothing is intense, nothing is serious in a performance. The real you is outside the performance. You have the option to observe and to watch the performance. And you can watch it with the Supreme Friend. He is there as a mother, as a father, as a friend. And you both can watch everything together. No need to look at scenes alone. No, you have a best company, you have the highest company, the one who is the ocean of love, 100% non-judgmental, unconditional. So with this highest company, this is a true friend, can watch anything and be completely beyond harm. Drama is a friend. Drama is for entertainment. Drama is there to entertain you. And so for the next 24 hours, just be entertained by the drama. No one gets upset or angry watching a drama. A drama movie is there to entertain you. So fully allow yourselves ready to be entertained. There's nothing serious, there's nothing to be worried about. It's a light-hearted, it's a nice drama. Everyone is good and everything is good. Thank you. Thank you.